reading for this week. So what's going on for the divine feminine? I already shuffled some cards. I just have to put them back in the right position. Divine feminine is moving on. Let's see, this one on this side. This one here, this one here, this one here. Okay. Get them in the right position. Okay. What's the theme of the cards today? It's moving on. Stepping out of the shadows and moving forwards. Moving into the light. Maybe you go on a pilgrimage. Maybe you say, okay, you know, I cut the head of the snake and I'm ready for transformation and I'm moving on. It is, yeah. Oh, is it a snake or is it a rope? I can't see it well. No, it's a snake. I cut the snake. Cut the snake off. You know, that's also has to do with transformation. Probably you went in a transformational cycle, and that cycle is ended now. So you are able to move on to the next level. You opened your throat chakra, divine feminine, because there were some blockages for the divine feminine that she needed to overcome and speak her truth. Speak her truth about what is happening and what is going on in her life. So she can get out of that integration. I hear it was an integration of maybe past life memories and integration of healing that needed to be done. And when that is done, you know, you can step in the light, and you dealt with the snake, you know, you're transformed. And maybe you said, okay, you know, I have to cut out some things in my life that is not good for me anymore. And I told the last time, I was like, oh no, again, you know, do we have to cut out people again? Yes, we had to do and cut people out of our lives again to be able to move on. And why do we need to move on? Because, you know, after that, we're going in an acceleration speed. You know, our acceleration, the growth that we're going in goes faster and faster and faster. So, yeah, otherwise we get stuck in that third dimensional realm, and that's not where you have to integrate it, but you don't belong there. We're moving up to another dimension, and the more we operate from that consciousness, the easier it gets for us to live in both worlds. Let's say it that way. But it's really interesting how it works. You know, prosperity begins. You know, sometimes when we're doing the healing and we're going inwards, and sometimes people hold us back or keep us stuck, we need to move, cut out. And, you know, doesn't mean that the people are bad. You know, you just know that those people not on your vibration. You know, it could be karmic, or it could be another level of where you're operating in. And it can also be that the people that we meet cut us off, or cut us out of their lives because they don't think we are vibrating on their level. So goes vice versa. So there's a lot going on at the moment to be able to accelerate, you know, emotion to where we need to go and what our path is. You know, it's just a remembrance of what path are you walking? Are you walking your path? Are you walking your truth? Are you taking action onto it, you know, to move that path? And then the prosperity begins, you know, new initiations, new people coming your way that are taking you to the next level. You know, it's time, and that's what's happening at the moment. um, the people that walk their path on their own, finding their soul tribes, finding the tribes where they are resonating with, and um, and that's really beautiful, because we did this walking on this path for such a long time on our own, because it is a healing journey. And when we're almost done with that healing, and we still want to hold on to that little bit of the past, because we all have that, you know, that little bit that takes us down to the matrix, take us back to an old paradigm. And then um, somebody cut us off, or we let somebody go, you know, you get an accelerated, and the people come into your life that need to be with you, you know, to guiding you further on this path. And what happens? Passion ignites. Your flame get ignited. You get the passion back for the things that you want to do. You know, it is the new things are coming your way. You're getting a new passion for your path. You're getting a new passion because new knowledge is opening for you that you can move forward with. That you say, oh yeah, wow, I needed this in my life, because I got, you know, I got too on that same level for a long time. It is if you reach a plateau, right? And when you reach the plateau and things are not moving forward, you need that healing is needed. And when that healing is done, you know, it opens up. New people are coming in, or your new journey is coming in, or um, new things are coming in, that you start to do a new course, or that you're going back to school, or you train yourself, and the things that you need in your life are being presented for you to, you know, move you forward. And that gives you passion. You know, you say, oh yeah, there it is. You know, my flame awakens again, and I can move forward, and that's the way I want to go. And you focus on yourself. You don't focus that much um, on your counterpart, or you don't focus that much anymore on the things that you, yeah, that is not working for you, or your friends, or the old stuff that you did. And now you're moving forward with passion on your path, because so many beautiful mysteries are opening for you, that say, oh yeah, that's my passion, that's the way I need to go. Oh my gosh, I waited for this for such a long time. And when you move through that, you know, then everything goes in an acceleration motion. And it's just follow the stars, follow the path, you know. And what is there, it's the achievement, it's the foundation, it's the family, it's the stability that is coming your way. And it was, you can look at yourself and say, wow, oh my God, I went through so many things, and this journey was such a long journey, and now I'm here and I am achieving the things. I achieved the things that was a dream, and this is what it is. It's the stability, it's the foundation, it's the love. Um, maybe it's the twin flames that come together, because in your subconscious mind, that twin flame is always there, so you don't need to worry about your counterparts. And in divine timing, everything lines up, you know and it's the prosperity, it's the foundation. And sometimes, and that's what a lot of people are struggling with, is is letting go of a situation. And maybe in your subconscious, you're still holding on to that, but as soon as you let go and you following that new path, and you concentrate on your journey, and everything starts to open and your passion gets ignited again, you know and it could be by a book, reading a book, or you're going back to school, or other things happen in your life, and you say to your boss, okay, I worked here for 7, 8 years, and it's time to let go. I'm going for another job. And when that happens, when something new comes in your life, that opens everything for you, because the excitement is coming in, and deep inside that you needed to let go of that old program, of that old situation, of that karmic situation that you needed to let go of. And then we are moving forward. So let's see what that was in the let's see what's in the divine feminine's mind at the moment. Yeah, heal the trauma. Trauma is healed. Our trauma is always stored in our sexual chakra, a sacral chakra. There is where the trauma is stored for the divine feminine. When there is enough womb healing, self-love, self-care, and you go and dive deep into those wounds, and that is healed, the doors will open. It's also the energy to your passion. If you're stagnated too long for yourself, sometimes, like Mother Earth, you need that eruption. And when that eruption is out, and that energy is out, new things starts to come from it. Yes, you destruct a lot when that eruption happens, like a volcano comes to eruption. It destroys a lot, it destroys the old, but you can build on a new earth, and make it as a fertility. So that is what happens for the divine feminine at the moment. And the whole body starts to awaken and starts to say, okay, we have to create. This is a rebirth, a new birth. We are creating something new for ourselves. So that is what is going on at the moment in the mind of the divine feminine. Creating a new path for herself. So what is in the heart space of the divine feminine? What is the heart going on in the heart for the Divine Feminine? Balance. There is balance in the heart of the Divine Feminine. And it comes back into balance after all the disbalance. You know, everything what happened, there's balance again. And you come in balance when you use all the elements, you know. When you're out of balance, there's always an element missing in your life. And when you feel into it and you know that you can activate those elements in your life and you activate it in them, you know, you come back in balance again. Also know when you're doing some body work, you know, and breathing and breath work, that you're on a journey, that in a healing journey, your body starts to release, your system starts to let go. So know that you are on that journey, and with all these elements around you, you come back in balance. And that is in the heart space of the Divine Feminine. She knows when I'm going outside of myself, I'm getting disrupted. You know, when I go back to my heart, when I go back in that heart energy, that love energy, I will balance everything out. So that's what's happening. So how does the other see her in the environment as a disruption? She disrupts somebody's environment, or she disrupts the peace. You can also call it that, you know, or it was a time of disruption in her own life that she had to, you know, to work through. So there is this stagnation, or there is a stagnation in somebody else's life, or she made, because of the healing energy, she disrupts somebody else's life where she's working with. You know, it could be that she did healing work with the Divine Masculine, and that disrupted that energy, that balance is disrupted. So there are so many other things that have an influence if the Divine Feminine starts to heal. And that's the same with Mother Gaia. If Gaia starts to heal, you know, and she has to let go of a lot of old debris, you know. We're getting the floods, we're getting the eruptions, we're getting, you know, she is protesting and saying, up, no more. You did enough, you know, to get me in this place. And now I let myself roar. And that's also that's the disruption, what happens, that certain people have plans for Mother Earth and she disrupts everything. Okay. So what is holding you back? Next card. What is holding you back on your path, on your healing journey? What is holding you back? The root chakra is holding you back. So it could be that you're too much in grounding, too much in the earth, too much with the 3D life, you know, that you are, maybe you're spending too much, maybe you overindulge, maybe you are connected with addictions that are holding you back to move through. So let's see what this chakra, let's clarify this chakra. Yeah, maybe you go too much on your wisdom of what you know, instead of working with the elements, or working with your you working with what's good for you, because you have the wisdom, you know it, you know where to go, you know what to use, but you get yourself disrupted or interfered with not the real good things in life. So, and then I mean not the real good things in life, like addictions. And that is too much what's happening here. And instead of tapping into your wisdom, walking your path, going on that path, and go into nature and walk that path to activate your root chakra, you try to find it in other stuff. And that's not the right path for you. So you carry all the knowledge within you. So why do you want to search it from other people? You don't need it, because you already have that wisdom within. You know, you go into places what's not good for you. Maybe you smoke too much. Maybe you drink too much. And you know that it's not good for your health and for your body, because it slows your memory down. You know, and alcohol slows your memory down. You don't get in a good space for that. So, and you know it, Divine Feminine. So keep yourself clear, keep yourself healthy. Because it gives you discomfort, I hear. It gives you discomfort. What is supporting your new situation? What will support this situation? So what is the other side of this situation? You're afraid of conflict and defeat. So that means that you didn't speak your truth. Where's the card of the throat? You don't speak your truth, Divine Feminine, because you're afraid of the conflict, and you're afraid of being defeated again. And that's not the way to go. You know, that is what's taking you down. That's exactly what is taking you down to that addiction, to that dark side, to you know, maybe you start smoking, maybe you know, you overindulge, maybe you go into different and multiple relationships at a time, you know, or you're jumping from one to another, to another, to another, because you can't find it in yourself. You're looking for the outside, not from the inside. And when you speak your truth, and you're not afraid for that conflict or to be defeated, you know, you defeat yourself, because if you don't heal that stuff, and it could be past life stuff or whatever is necessary for you, because you know what is necessary for you, then you need to speak up. You know, you need to speak up. Don't let it boil down. Speak up. And then what will support you? New beginnings. Out of that, new beginnings is possible. You know, and then you say, okay, I'm closing the door behind me. That's done. I don't want to go that road again, because it takes me down. You know, I'm closing the doors behind me. What I told you earlier already, you have to let go of people, of situations, of work, or bad environments, or you need to move, or you need another house, or whatever, to start all over again. Hup, new slate, step into that world and let yourself be surprised. Don't be, how do you call it? Um, Not be that ignorant, you know. Don't put your head in the sand, you know, because in multiple situations you know what is happening, but you put your head in the sand because you're afraid of the conflict or the defeat or being left alone, or left out in the cold by somebody else. Don't go that way. We're not made for that, you know. Just think about the eruption of the volcano. When that happens, you know, and you say, okay, that's out in the open. I don't need that stuff anymore. It's old stuff that I'm still carrying. It could be stuff from your ancestors that you're carrying, and you say, no, no, it's enough. Family wounds, and you say it's enough, you know. And I start a new path. Now is the time, Divine Feminine, to take that time out for yourself and step on a new path and new beginnings, because you get accelerated by it. New flames come into your life, you know. Your soul sparks get activated. So take that new step. Every new beginning, um, there's a fear with every new beginning, because you don't know what will happen. And that's the beauty of it all, you know. Just turn fear into excitement, that you get excited about a new path, a new road that you're going to walk. And that is believing in the mystery of life, believing in what can come towards you, the mystery of everything that will open to you. And if that mystery is opening, you know, it's amazing. I can tell you that that's amazing. Every time when you open a new door and you leave old behind, it's amazing. What is your higher self saying about this? Your higher self comes out the third eye chakra. Believe in what you see, what your visions are. If you start on a new journey, a new beginning, you know, visualize it for yourself first. How you want it, how it needs to look like. And if you believe in that vision, what you create for yourself, your brain doesn't know the difference between an illusion and and truth, right? Or a vision. So just dream that dream into reality, because that's the possibility we have now. We are on that vibration that we can visualize everything in reality. So that's what your higher self is saying. Use your third eye chakra. Meditate on it. Look at the geometry that is creating for yourself. Look at all these things that is happening for you, and what new beginnings can be for you. Okay? So what is the action that you need to take? What is the action that you need to take? And what is the action what you need to take on this journey? choose wisely. That's the action you need to take. You need to make a choice, but choose wisely. Because if you take the wrong choice, you get stuck again. You know, it's just a circle around. You know, you're just sitting there and saying, oh my gosh, yeah, there we go again. I'm sitting there, everybody's going off and doing fun things, and I'm still sitting here and waiting. So don't do that. Make a choice, but make a conscious choice for yourself. Which direction you want to go, where you need to go, um, all these things, you know. So choose wisely. Write down the pros and the cons, what is coming my way, what is the possibility, you know. Write it down what your fears are. And then just every step you take, you stripe it off. If you are afraid of going into nothingness, and that's the best way to do it, to make a choice for yourself. But if you going in believing in the divine, that it always brings you the best that is possible, and that you're always protected, then you will see it on the way. Because on this side, maybe on this side, the things don't work. Maybe on the other side, another direction is an invitation for something new, or a new opportunity. But those opportunity only happens if you let go. If you don't, you know, if you let go. So what is the future outcome for this? What is your future outcome for this? What is the future? Yeah. Victory and success. Victory and success is the outcome for you. You know, you're on, it's almost like, wow, this is amazing. You scream it from the tops of your lungs, you know, everybody can hear it, that you came out of the shadow and stepped into the light. And that you had that leap of faith, you know, that you were on the end of a cliff, end of a journey. And you say, I can do two things. I can trust and let go, and jump, make a jump, and have the trust. I've been catched. They hold me, you know. This is to let the world know um, that you were victorious. Victorious over everything you did in your life. Victorious over your healing. Victorious over the people that you are working or walking the path with at the moment. Maybe, you know, you won the battle, uh, or you lost the battles, but you won the war, you know, and success is imminent. You know, you don't have to think about it, because that success is there. No matter what, that success is there, you know, on which level you want to take it. If you want to take it on love, there is success in love. There is a victory. There is new things that activate you on your path. You know, new knowledge is coming your way. You know, you can't imagine it, because you have the trust in the healing. You have the trust in how the universe works with you. You have the trust in your guidance. You have the trust in in the spirit elements. You have the trust in Mother Nature. Doesn't matter whatever your path is, and you let yourself be guided, you will always have victory. Okay, so yeah, that's your future outcome. Overcome everything. We are not made for victims. You know, we are no victims. There are no victims. There is always um, a choice you can make. You know, you know, if you make a choice, that certain thing can happen that will trigger your healing. You know that but you're not a victim of that person that triggers you into something. No, because it was needed, because you needed to heal. And now you're on the other side, you're victorious, you're healed. The healing is a success. So what else do you want? There is nothing more than just shout it from the cloud, or shout it from the end over. Maybe there's a huge town there, and you blow the trumpet and you say, victory is here. We won that battle. You know, we won the war. Everybody's safe. So how beautiful is that? And all the success will come afterwards. And you don't have to do it on your own. Building success, you can do it with your community. You can do it with everyone around you. And the more you give gratitude, the more you will receive. And the only thing you need to do is hold up your hands and say thank you. I'm so grateful for this journey. Even the journey that is hard, you know, that is not an easy journey in the times that we are at the moment. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me be in this time at this moment, because it's exciting. It's such an exciting time that you are chosen to be in this time, to be at the time of a new earth. That's it. We arrived. We arrived in that new earth. And just let it go. What needs to let go, let go. What needs to come in, comes in. You know, don't judge the book by its cover. Okay? All the love, all the blessings. Bye-bye.